focusing on the pregnancy video. She had a lot of things to say about that video, new truths and secrets about that video that I think is going to stun a lot of people out there.
Tonight I want to start with something really powerful. I want to pay homage to real-life working mums. Those women out there who sacrifice it all, day in, day out, against all the odds. Women like this.
It's a real delight in being able to be a present parent, and it's a luxury sometimes because we all have to work. We all have a lot of stuff to do, but when you can take a minute to just...
Saturday morning.
Oh my gosh, Meghan Markle is insufferable. She's as popular as getting hardcore chafing during the first kilometre of a marathon.
She is the most insecure person I have seen in the public eye in a long time. That is why everything had to be perfectly curated. Who the hell picks fucking berries in a white cashmere blouse and white pants? Literally no one on earth does that. And like this garden, which is like the most over the top. Like we're all supposed to go, Maureen, to make our breakfast in the morning out to our gardens and pick our berries, our raspberries, our strawberries, our blueberries, our snozberries, and cut our mint, and then cut our flowers that are edible. But don't worry, she's a woman of the people. You can grow those just on your windowsill at home in New York, your edible flowers.
And don't forget your local beekeeper.
Yeah.
Your local beekeeper.
Oh, yeah, because she has a bee hive, which she goes to. That's how they open the whole series with her bees. And like, don't worry, if you don't have this, just go to your local beekeeper. Clearly, we're living in different worlds.
It is already the beginning of August of 2025, and reshoots for With Love Meghan Season 2 are coming to an end. We already know that there's a lot of drama going on between Meghan Markle herself, Ted Sarandos, the CEO of Netflix, along with Greg Peters, the other CEO, and the many executives over there.
By the way, I love your Luke.
There's more to life than how you look.
Sorry, what's that? Your Luke. You look amazing. Your Luke.
My Luke. My
Luke. My look. She likes my Luke.
Uncle, make it end. Make it end. What is this?
This show, oh my gosh. I couldn't make it through like 2 minutes, guys.
It sucks. Are you joking? It's bad. It's terrible.
Now, one thing about Meghan Markle right now is that we all know that she's trying to latch on to any opportunity possible to really remain in the spotlight, to remain in the limelight within the Hollywood bubble, within the film industry, and so far, it's really working to no avail. A lot of studios want nothing to do with Meghan Markle ever again, or if at all. However, what's really interesting here has a lot more to do with Meghan Markle. Now, with Meghan Markle endlessly getting caught in multiple acts that lead to drama, one significant development that is going on now involves more to do with Meghan Markle unveiling new secrets and admitting certain truths about her pregnancy video.
Welcome back to Tea Time with Tina. Okay, so Meghan Markle has finally achieved her lifelong dream, becoming the punchline of her own joke. Remember that painfully awkward pregnancy video she forced onto our timelines? Well, turns out it wasn't just cringe. It was an entire production. Yes, while you were busy laughing or cringing, Meghan was busy thinking she was creating cinematic history. Buckle up, because the behind-the-scenes disaster is even funnier than the original disaster itself. Meghan Markle, knee-deep in a failed Netflix deal, and a PR disaster bigger than Prince Harry's thinning hairline, decided to double down on her absurd pregnancy video. Instead of letting the video fade quietly into meme history, Meghan revealed to the world that this video was her magnum opus. We're talking multiple takes, crying fits, playlist swaps, like some kind of bargain basement Beyoncé documentary.
Now, Meghan Markle recently delivered the following. Well, one thing I haven't really told anyone that I feel is the right time to do so now, I guess, is that going into that video, not everyone knows this, but I actually did different versions of that video with different music. When you are an actress and you want to turn your final moments of being a pregnant person into a piece of art, to me the music was the most important part, so yes, we did multiple takes, we did different versions, and some just didn't stick. My main goal here was to do what we, of course, could reach to many mothers out there, and that could actually relate to those and in this video, and how many fathers as well could actually find it funny.
Apparently, this wasn't just a tribute to motherhood. Nah, it was art, darling. She wanted it hilarious yet profound, viral yet intimate. Basically, she was trying to be everything at once and failing miserably at all of it. If confusion had a baby, this video would be its ugly offspring. But Meghan didn't stop there. Oh no. When the internet dared criticize her masterpiece, she responded by labeling critics bitter, irrelevant, and humorless parasites who contribute nothing to society. Because remember, if Meghan Markle's video confuses you, you're obviously the idiot, not her.
Now, one thing about Meghan Markle right now now as we go throughout the month of August is that we know that she's beginning to become more bitter than she ever has been, and all of this has a lot to do with the fact that she was canceled by Netflix. Her contract deal came to an official end. It is no longer going to be renewed. It's not going to go beyond September of this year, and you can see exactly how her behavior is beginning to shift into a very negative side.
She literally thinks her critics are incapable of comprehending her boundless brilliance. The only thing harder than Meghan's delusion is Harry's struggle to stay relevant without royal bodyguards. It got so bad that even Netflix, who once threw millions at Meghan hoping for royal gold, was desperate to escape. Insiders revealed Netflix executives Ted Sarandos and Greg Peters nearly lost their minds watching Meghan's meltdown unfold.
It is already the beginning of August of 2025, and reshoots for With Love Meghan Season 2 are coming to an end. We already know that there's a lot of drama going on between Meghan Markle herself, Ted Sarandos, the CEO of Netflix, along with Greg Peters, the other CEO, and the many executives over there.
Test audiences for With Love Meghan Season 2 weren't just bored, they were actively offended by the sheer narcissism and amateur hour content. Netflix realized quickly they'd bet on the wrong royal horse. Meghan, however, blamed internal sabotage, claiming the company didn't know how to handle her genius. Spoiler alert, Meghan, nobody does, because it doesn't exist.
Failed test screening after failed test screening, we all know that this is going to be a bigger ratings disaster than part 1 that it actually released back in March of this year. That we know that she's beginning to become more bitter than she ever has been, and all of this has a lot to do with the fact that she was canceled by Netflix. Her contract deal came to an official end. It is no longer going to be renewed. It's not going to go beyond September of this year.
After Netflix politely showed Meghan the door and changed the locks, Hollywood studios quickly got the memo. Meghan Markle rapidly became the industry's biggest warning sign, a human red flag on casting sheets. Directors and producers decided that working with Meghan Markle wasn't worth the headache or the inevitable social media roasting. Even Meghan's longtime PR team quietly jumped ship, citing creative differences. Hollywood code for "we'd rather manage a dumpster fire."
Now, one thing about Meghan Markle right now is that we all know that she's trying to latch on to any opportunity possible to really remain in the spotlight, to remain in the limelight within the Hollywood bubble, within the film industry, and so far it's really working to no avail. A lot of studios want nothing to do with Meghan Markle ever again, or if at all.
Now, you'd think someone facing universal mockery would step back, maybe recalibrate. Nope, Meghan Markle doubled down, arguing society lacked humor, vision, and taste. She claimed the internet backlash only confirmed how ahead of her time she was. Insiders began questioning if Meghan had become addicted to negative attention, like someone who desperately posts cringe TikToks for clout, but with less self-awareness and a bigger budget. Hollywood producers openly admitted they wouldn't risk their sanity on someone obsessed with chasing digital approval, something Meghan apparently missed while yelling into the void of Instagram comments. Meghan's own vanity project started sinking faster than Harry's hairline. Even her children's book, a safe bet for anyone, you'd think. But nope, it lost a publishing deal because nobody wanted her radioactive brand near their company. Quietly, other partners started backing away from Meghan, but she continued ranting on podcasts, releasing rambling statements, and fighting online trolls. It was less royal poise and more middle school Instagram meltdown, but tragically without filters.
Meghan's podcast has fallen off the charts. She's been criticized for the content.
So why did you say yes to doing this show?
Because it's you.
Yeah, I love that your eyes are sparkling right now. Today, which by the way, I just have to say, yes, I forgot to have fun. You're right. You're right.
But you're the same.
You're the same.
Like, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so beautiful.
No.
And Meghan's started accepting all these compliments. I know, I'm great, aren't I?
It sucks. Are you joking?
It's bad.
This is terrible. It's stupid.
Because the internet always delivers, conspiracy theories began swirling about the pregnancy video itself. Was Meghan actually pregnant in it? Or was this a weird staged piece of performance art gone wrong? Meghan, instead of clarifying, gleefully poured gasoline onto the fire, calling critics jealous and useless. She mocked her haters publicly, unaware that her obsession with them only highlighted how deeply affected she actually was. In trying to seem unbothered, she somehow became the most bothered person alive.
My goal was to make it into a viral moment, but I had little to no hope that it would actually go viral. I was surprised that it did, and the critics, I will say the critics of this video have everything backwards. Nothing I did was wrong at all, and those types of opinions I think are just coming from very disgruntled people that don't have lives really. But you can't take them seriously, it's the internet after all, and anyone who is saying things like that truly just doesn't matter in our society. They contribute nothing beneficial to our society at all. I actually had plans to expand this video to go beyond that room and to do other dance moves in different locations to really make it into a full-on skit. We had some funny ideas that we're going to roll with, and of course, the haters and naysayers, if you will, they will take everything out of context.
Even her own supporters were begging her to stop, like watching someone tweet through their own funeral. And speaking of disasters, where exactly is Harry? Prince Harry, the formerly royal rebel, has quietly faded into the background, perhaps realizing that no podcast, memoir, or Netflix show was worth this embarrassment. The man who once accused his family of manipulation is now married to someone who makes King Charles look like Mother Teresa. Harry's been reduced to Meghan's quiet sidekick, a silent bystander watching his public image implode. Rumor has it Harry's now an expert at smiling awkwardly behind Meghan, wondering where it all went wrong. But Meghan Markle, our modern-day Marie Antoinette, continues pushing forward with her self-indulgent antics. Every move she makes screams, "Look at me!" louder than a toddler at Disneyland. She's become a symbol of what happens when narcissism meets reality. Hint, reality always wins. Her career isn't just damaged, it's actively radioactive. Meghan wanted Hollywood's spotlight but ended up under its microscope. She's now the cautionary tale agents use to scare young influencers straight. Here's the real kicker, the ultimate punchline Meghan refuses to grasp. She genuinely believed people would applaud her chaotic masterpiece. She thought the pregnancy video would be celebrated, hailed as revolutionary, and forever cherished as a cultural landmark. But in reality, it only became another example of a narcissist, mistaking public embarrassment for groundbreaking art. Meghan's catastrophic spiral into public mockery isn't simply because she made a bizarre video. It's because she doubled, tripled, and quadrupled down on her delusions, alienating even her closest supporters.
Now guys, let me just say one thing about Meghan Markle. The fact that she is really just going off the rails and trying to over-explain everything lately, especially now, with these new revelations about the pregnancy video, about how she did multiple takes, guys, multiple takes on that abysmal video that so many people really just mocked, and rightfully so, because of how absurd it was and how, yeah, maybe you really shouldn't do something like that when you're pregnant. I mean, a lot of people found it to be very odd and out of place and, quite frankly, just very much offensive in certain ways. But one thing about Meghan Markle is that we already know that she doesn't care about specific opinions. We know that she only cares about herself, and basically she wanted to make this go viral. Alright, she's opening up about that was the main goal, to really gain attention on herself for making this actual video. Now, what's interesting here is the fact that not only did she do multiple takes, she was actually using multiple tracks of music and trying to find the right piece of music. The fact that multiple takes were done for this video really makes you wonder exactly how many takes specifically did they actually go through to get the final product, right? To get the final end result here. That's a big question open on the table for discussion. But what's interesting here about Meghan Markle yet again is the fact that she is doubling down on saying that the critics and the naysayers out there, quote unquote, that are calling out this video have no lives, that they contribute nothing to society, and she goes on to label them as those that have no sense of humor.
Now Hollywood avoids her like a virus. Her brand has become synonymous with self-inflicted chaos, an unending reality TV show nobody signed up for. Studios, brands, publishers, everyone is sprinting away from Meghan faster than Harry ran from Buckingham Palace. Her refusal to listen, to adapt, or to admit any shred of humility has turned her from royalty to liability, from respected figure to cautionary tale. The saddest part isn't her endless series of disasters, but her relentless belief that everyone else is the problem. She's stuck in her own echo chamber, desperately performing for an audience that's long stopped clapping. While Meghan waits for her standing ovation, the rest of the world is simply waiting to see just how much further she'll sink before she finally gets the memo. So grab your popcorn and settle in, because if there's one thing we've learned from Meghan Markle's meteoric collapse, it's that the show isn't over until Meghan says something even more outrageous. And let's be honest, that could be any minute now. Now it's your turn. Sound off in the comments below and tell us, do you think Meghan Markle is beyond redemption, or is there still a tiny sliver of hope she can claw her way back from this self-inflicted catastrophe? Do you agree she's become Hollywood's biggest walking red flag, or do you think there's another celebrity disaster even worse out there waiting to happen? Don't hold back. We want all your funniest takes, wildest theories, and harshest critiques. And hey, while you're unleashing your hottest opinions, don't forget to absolutely smash that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up so we know you want more royal meltdowns served up piping hot. Because let's be real, this circus is just getting started, and you do not want to miss what's next. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed my content, feel free to check out some of my other videos on the top of the screen. Until next time, stay tuned, stay safe, and stay informed. Only on Tea Time with Tina.